everybody else is ready. Yes. And then I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Okay. He wants to go whatever we do.
I'll just wait for everybody else.
Okay. Somebody. You ready, Mike? You ready?
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I obviously do not have a quorum, but I'm going to be reading some of the preliminary matters, and hopefully by the time I'm done with preliminary matters, I will have quorum from my colleagues. Otherwise, this is going to be a really fast committee hearing if we don't get quorum here. This is, of course, the Executive Matters and Legal Affairs Committee. Persons wishing to present oral testimony, if you've not already submitted your registration form to my committee clerk, please do so now. Otherwise, please raise your hand to indicate your desire to speak at the time I call for additional speakers. Speakers will be limited to 1 minute presentation on all items. Written testimony, including testifier's address, email address, and phone number, may be posted by the city clerk and available to the public on the city's non-official website. As a courtesy, please turn off all cell phones and pagers. I still don't have membership. We'll give this a couple more minutes. If we don't have quorum, we'll recess this till next month. I am hoping, however, we have quorum. Members, I will go through the agenda real quickly for you as things move through. It is the chair's intention to move out pretty much all the resolutions except for the one relating to the council contingency allowance, which the introducer had asked to be held off upon. Members, Chair knows that Council Chair Ho is not going to be making it today, and Councilor Tan. Oh, that's right, Tan's not on. Oh, then I'm quorum, right? You're quorum. Ah, awesome. We got quorum here. That's right, I only need 4. Okay, members.
You need 5. You need 5. Yeah, but it's 5.
Still 5 votes.
5.
It's still 5.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, so it's 50-50.
You need a majority?
You do.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, now we have quorum. Thank you all very much here. Okay, members, let's begin. Approval of minutes of the March 3rd, 2010 meeting. Any objections to approval of the minutes? Seeing no objections, then so approved. First item for action, Resolution 10-71, nomination of Djou as Executive Secretary of the Neighborhood Commission. Members, we received a large amount of testimony in favor. I will begin by saying it is the Chair's intention to recommend approval of Resolution 10-71. Consequently, I strongly encourage any testifiers. The only thing you can do is convince me to change my recommendation. With that said here, when I write up the nominee, Ms. Djou, we already have your written testimony. Is there anything you would like to add in addition to your written testimony?
I just want to say thank you. Good afternoon, council members. My name is Ray G. The Acting Executive Secretary of the Neighborhood Commission Office. And I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to be here and to follow through with this appointment. And I also want to thank the Mayor for his confidence in placing me here in this office. Did you need to hear about?
No, members, any questions for Ms. Djou? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you.
First registered testifier, Mr. Tom Heinrich. Mr. Heinrich.
Thank you, Chair Djou, members. I'm Tom Heinrich, speaking in my individual capacity and not as a member of the Manoa Neighborhood Board, as we have not taken this up as a board. I wanted to state my support for the nomination and especially note that Ray G has very much been on the job. We spent Monday evening at Kapolei Hale until the wee hours of 12:30 on a number of complaint hearings involving a particular neighborhood board. So that's been part of the joy of her coming to the executive secretary position already, is going there. Besides just stating my support, however, I wanted to add one comment having to do with the context that she steps into. I'm hoping that this is not a short-term appointment under the political context of the timing, noting that the 100% of the positions of the Neighborhood Commission Office are patronage positions. And secondly, that she does enter this position with very little guidance. 14-105 of the charter doesn't give any clues as to what she's to do, and as well, I strongly urge the mayor and the council to help update her job description, because that is woefully outdated as well.
Thank you, Senator. Members, any
Thanks.
questions? Any questions? Thank you very much. Hubert Min, Mr. Min. Mr. Michael Klein. Mr. Klein.
Good afternoon. Chair, Djou, and council members, I wanted to strongly recommend Ray. I worked with her for 2 years on the Affordable Housing Committee, and she did a very good job herding cats. As you know, developers have a lot of idiosyncrasies, and she did a wonderful job getting that done. And basically, I think you'll find, as you all know, neighborhood boards have their own idiosyncrasies and also need to be herded sometimes. So I really appreciate the consideration, and I think she'll do a wonderful job.
Great, thank you very much. Members, any questions for Mr. Klein? Seeing none, thank you very much. Is there anybody else here who would like to testify on Resolution 10-71 relating to the nomination of Ms. G as Executive Secretary of the Neighborhood Commission? Seeing no additional testifiers, members, Chair recommends approval of Resolution 10-71. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, members, any objections? Seeing no objections, it's so ordered. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Ms. G. Moving on, agenda item number 2, Resolution 10-75, related to the appointment of Mr. Edwin S.W. Young as the City Auditor. Mr. Young, we have your resume and written testimony. Is there anything you would like to add?
Council members, I'm deeply honored to be nominated for this position, and I look forward to making a contribution to the city and county of Honolulu.
Members, any questions for Mr. Young?
Just a couple. You will have your hands full.
Yeah.
And I hope you're gonna listen to us.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Young. Go easy on us after we approve you, okay? I have no registered testifiers. Is there anybody here who would like to testify in Resolution 10-75 relating to the nomination of Mr. Young as the City Auditor? Seeing no testifiers, members, Chair recommends approval of Resolution 10-75 related to the appointment of Edwin S.W. Young as the City Auditor. Any discussion? Councilmember Garcia.
Mr. Chairman, in strong support of your recommendation, and I do want to thank you and the search committee for your good work.
Thank you very much, Councilmember. Members, any further discussion? I just also want to add also thanks to Councilmember Koyashi, who also sat with us sifting through the nomination and selection process. Okay, members, any objection to Resolution 10-75? Seeing no objections, the resolution is approved and forwarded on to the full committee. Congratulations. Moving on, agenda item number 3. Resolution 10-81, authorizing the Director of Department of Transportation, Department of Information Technology, or his designee, execute a memorandum of agreement with the State of Hawaii Department of Transportation to share certain facilities on Island Oahu relating to telecommunications purposes. Mr. Director, we have your written testimony and explanation and support. Is there anything you'd like to add beyond this point?
Other than just so you know, this is we can share our first responder communications facilities across the state and improve coverage in those areas mentioned. And we're memorializing what's been in effect for quite some time.
Great. Members, any questions for the Department Director? Seeing no questions, Mr. Director, thank you very much. Is there anybody here who would like to testify in Resolution 10-81 relating to an MOA between the City DIT Department and State DOT? Seeing no additional testifiers. Members, Chair recommends approval of Resolution 10-81 and be forwarded on for recommendation approval before the full council. Members, any discussion? No discussion. Members, are there any objections? No objections. It is so ordered. Moving on, agenda item number 4. Okay, this is going to be our first speed bump here. Resolution 10-58, urging the United States Congress to support the Native Hawaiian Government Reorganization Act. This measure was introduced by Councilmember Dela Cruz. I would normally defer to Dela Cruz for a brief explanation, but he's not here, so I will go straight into testimony. I have a couple of registered testifiers. First registered testifier is Mr. Richard Rowland.